sneakerheads and basketball enthusiasts alike, this is the only land, and we are back. Do me a favor before we get into the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you like what you've seen before or you like what you see today. And before I get into the video, I will just show you guys what I have on my feet today. I'm wearing the New Balance 998s. This is a collab with Todd Snyder, and I believe they're called the Dirty Martinis. I think this colorway is great. I don't have too many like green or like dark brown colorways or just brown in general colors. So like this was something that I automatically went for. I'll put better images up for this because I feel like this is just not doing it justice because this is such a really nice shoe. What I will say is that the quality control on these was absolutely awful. I don't know who was in charge of quality control, but it was terrible. Like there was stitching where like the end was completely off, and like bro, it was really bad. I remember being really pissed off when I got these out of the box. But they're so comfortable. The materials are so nice. Honestly, I don't even care anymore. I don't care. Like you're not gonna notice it anyways unless you're really looking at it. But that's what I got on feet for today, and then let's get into the video. Today we're gonna talk about the JT1s, the Jordan JT1s to be specific. I don't know if you guys know, I've talked about it before, but Jason Tatum is coming out with his own sneaker. I know the All-Star game just passed, and I meant to put out a video before that even dropped to let you guys know. Well, I kind of mentioned in a couple of videos, but stuff drops on All-Star, man. Stuff drops All-Star weekend. Whether it's they premiere a shoe or they drop a shoe, and both of those happen this weekend. All of the above, right? So all of the above. It used to be much bigger, right? All-Star weekend used to be much bigger for sneakers, but it's still like a big event for like sneakers. They still put out sneakers during that weekend, and Jason Tatum premiered his new sneaker during the All-Star game. I hate to say I called it, but I did call it. So it was actually that same sneaker that Jason has been saying was not the sneaker. It's exactly the same. I don't know if he saw a different image than I saw, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same image. And it's not like there was this big sneak peek like months and months ago. It was what, like 2 months ago. So it wasn't really leaked that early, and they weren't the greatest images. And now they have official images of those. They have that black and red colorway that I've already showed you guys in the last video. They have this colorway, which I believe they're calling the barbershop colorway. Let me double check on this real quick. Then they have like a lighter, oh no, okay, I see it. They actually do explain it in the press release. The barbershop pair is this lighter pair. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, these images aren't the greatest. It's like I don't know if that's like a white or a cream as the main color. Then you have black and gold, and then I think on the back is like that, I think they call that candy stripe on the heel tab. It said the barbershop colorway is inspired by the confidence Tatum feels whenever he gets a haircut. The colorway is only available in adult sizing. That's that, and then you have the pink lemonade colorway, which is one of Jason's favorite drinks, and then also that's the colorway that he wore in the All-Star game. And let me tell you something, that is by far the best colorway. And you can fight with me if you want in the comments. I think all the colorways are pretty great. That colorway is probably the one that I want, but I don't think that's the one that's dropping. I think the one that's dropping is going to be the Zoo colorway, which is for his son Zeus. Oh, I'm sorry, Zeus, for his son Deuce. I've talked about, once again, talked about it in the last video. I'll put it up here. That's been the theme for like all of his PEs for like the sneakers that he's been wearing, like the Jordan. I believe this was the 34 that he wore. That was either the 34 or the 35. They had a Zoo PE for that, right? For Jason Tatum, there was a Zoo PE, and it had Deuce's name on it, all of the above. So that is like a mainstay in his thing, in his sneakers, and I think it'll continue on. That's just gonna be like one of those things. Like everyone has one of those. Like KD has the pearls, and that was first on, and it's the pink colorway. So like everyone has something like that, or most people. But let's get into what's actually in the sneaker. So the JT1s are supposed to be the lightest. It's gonna be the lightest sneaker that they have out this season. I feel like this is just like one of those marketing things the lightest shoe this season, which I don't think is that big a deal. And then it's designed for the next generation, which is like, all right, bro, okay, I get it. That's Nike's and seems like Jordan's thing. This is designed for the next generation. That's like something that they're trying to push now, right? You're moving away from people like me who are my age to the younger guys, and that's who these sneakers are being marketed to. So what you have right now in the Jordan stable is the Lukas, the Why Nots, and then where they the Zions, right? The Zions are pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie to you, the Why Nots were really light, so it's surprising to me that they're saying that this is going to be the lightest of the season, but it may be because they're talking about the Why Not .6s instead of the Why Not .5s, but we'll find that out when we end up getting both of those in hand. And then it says it features a lightweight reinforced TPU frame that allows excess material to be stripped away, an uncaged Zoom air unit in the forefoot that helps provide energy return without sacrificing core feel. I've already discussed that in multiple videos. Any type of air for me, great. I usually prefer in the heel, but whatever. Now you're talking about uncaged air is just like, yo man, that's for me. It's like 1 and 2 with the what do you call that, man? Jesus Christ, I had to literally go and Google it because I forgot what it's called. It's the full length Zoom air that's right there or it replaces the Strobel. So I believe they call it Zoom Strobel, I'm sorry. That's usually what people call it. That's not the official name. It is actually the Zoom Air, but it replaces the Strobel unit there. And those are like 1 and 2 for me. The uncaged air and then Zoom Strobel. I don't know, man. There's just something about those two different like airs. That sounds crazy. It's just super comfortable. That's the only reason that I went and I bought these. These are the 28. These are the SEs. They don't have the long shroud. Actually, I don't know why I even pulled that box, because I had these. My airbag popped in these, which was like the big thing about uncaged air at the time. But man, something about them. And then that's the main things that are in the sneaker. And then he has an actual kids version of these, right? So in the kids version, it's gonna have a collapsible heel system for easy on and off entries, what they said. And I know there was a sneaker, let me see if I can find it, 23-7, which was a shoe designed for the kid experience. I guess it helped. It seems like Nike's going towards a like easy fit type thing, right? There's those sneakers, and I don't remember the name, where it's for like people who are disabled, and the shoe collapses as they get into it, so like they can literally press on the heel and then slide into it. And I think that's sort of what Jordan is doing for the JT1s here. And I think that also was part of like JT's thing, right? I don't think that Jordan I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Jordan came up with that. I think JT came up with that because he has a son, and he was like, oh, I like this, let me try and implement this into my first signature sneaker if I can. And I think that's really dope. Another big thing that they had onto the sneakers, and I hate to say this is a copy, but it's a little copy of a different brand, is, from what they're telling me here, is that the foam, and this is just what I'm reading off of this, the shoe is wrapped by a ground contact foam that also acts as an integrated traction pattern, with minimal rubber on the toe and ball of the foot for Tatum's predominantly forefoot game. And that is word for word from the press release. Now, I don't know if you guys know about a brand that just used foam as their traction pattern to create a lighter shoe for someone who might be the greatest shooter. Some people say, maybe I think too, the greatest shooter of all time. But it sounds like that's what they did. I mean, obviously, like they said, there's rubber pieces on there for the in the toe area and the heel. I believe it said the heel, right? Minimal on the toe and ball of the foot. I'm sorry. I'm curious to see how they made this work, right? Because that brand, and the brand I'm talking about is Under Armour, and the sneakers I'm talking about are the Curry Flow, the Currys, right? They have that Flowtro for the outsole, and the midsole, and the cushioning, I guess. That was groundbreaking to me. I mean, I haven't been like performance sneakers as long as some of these other guys on here, but for me that was groundbreaking, and it looks like Nike's like, or Nike Jordan, let's use some of that. Let's work it around the way that we can. Let's add a little bit of rubber on there because we're not going to be able to perfect it. I don't know if it's not that we're not going to be able to perfect it the same way that Under Armour did, or they're not allowed to do the same thing. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm very excited to see this. I'm really hoping that they were able to, hate to say it, but copy exactly what the Curry brand and Under Armour did. Because if they were able to do that, then wow. Then these might be one of the best sneakers of the year, and I'm not gonna lie to you. You got Uncaged, Zoom, and you have what may be a really great traction. These are gonna be up there for sure. And that's it for these, for what the press release says anyways about the JT1s. The release date is supposed to be April 7th in full family sizing, so you can expect the regular JT1s and you can expect the family ones. With that collapsible heel, and there were a couple other things that if you guys want to check out, you can go read that press release on the Nike, I believe it's NikeNews.com, if you want to see that. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you like what you've seen before. And are you guys going to cop these? And also, did you like the All-Star game? Because to me, worst All-Star game I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of them. And that's it. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.